What is Santa doing on a Florida beach? His sleigh is stuck in the sand, thousands of miles away from the North Pole, that's what. Where are his reindeer? It looks to me like all the help that the children and their animals are giving Santa isn't working. Well, what will happen? Will Santa get back to the North Pole in time to pick up Christmas presents for children all over the world? Wait a moment. There is someone who just may be able to help. Have you ever heard of an ice cream bunny? You haven't? Well, if you want to see whether Santa gets back to the North Pole in time to deliver your Christmas presents, then see Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny. Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny.
Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When, out in the woods, there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. And what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old wick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. No Dasher, no Dancer, no Prancer and Vixen. On, Comet, on, Cupid, on, Don and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now, dash away, whoa, they're all. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. A bundle of toys he'd flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Having finished his task, he spoke not a word, but shouldered his sack and rose like a bird to the top of the chimney and across to his sleigh. Then he stopped and he listened. It was now Christmas Day. He grasped both the reins, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night!
It's like living a storybook adventure beyond your wildest imagination. From the North Pole of Fantasyland comes a feature-length fable with the most enchanting characters in the whole wide world, headed by the white-whiskered fellow who's the granddaddy of them all. Now, a magic motion picture transports you to an over-the-rainbow land, past the doors of Santa's towering castle and the strange, mysterious, all-seeing eye, into a fantastic crystal laboratory filled with weird and wonderful secrets no one has ever seen before. You'll see them all, and you'll discover how Santa can watch every child on Earth and every good or bad thing they do. Now meet Merlin, the Wizard of Wizards, the miracle man of the ages.
Two for the show. Away we go.
Hurry, Mr. Merlin. This is no time to play horsies.
Come face to face with the devil himself, a mischievous demon determined to mess things up as much as he can.
It's yours. Nobody saw you take it, Lupita. They have more and they won't miss it. What does one little doll matter, don't you see?
Leave it to that devilish trickster to sidetrack Santa up a tree. Watch the jolly hijinks of Santa Claus as he decides to fight fire with fire.
Oh ho, a cannon.
Ouch! Oh! Oh!
You won't want to miss the entertainment wonder of the ages, the treat of a lifetime for anyone who has ever believed there really is a Santa Claus.
It's almost day, and Santa Claus hasn't come.
Sleep now, darling. Sleep now, and you will see. Maybe when you wake up, you'll find it, darling.
You'll see more wonders than you can wave a wand at as a dazzling panorama unfolds before your startled eyes.
and Sunday matinee only at a theater near you.
Live from the Chamber of Horrors, Scream Stream presents A Scream Stream Christmas with your host, Spakenstein. And guest stars, Tommy Fellatia, Krong, The Invisible Man, and Bolts, with music by the United States Air Force Band. And now, here's your host, Spakenstein.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Chamber of Horrors as we celebrate a couple special things. Not only is it Friday the 13th, a very sacred day here on this show, it is the Christmas special to end all Christmas specials, we hope. Certainly just a very special time of year. We wanted to celebrate with a special offering of our attractions here at the Chamber of Horrors. We all celebrate Christmas. Christmas is like everybody always thinks about the happy, the joyful side, all that, and we'll definitely be celebrating that tonight. But Christmas is also really about horror. It's kind of like baked into the whole thing. So that's what we're going to be celebrating tonight. We're going to be celebrating the horror of Christmas, and just also, talking about like what Christmas is all about. And our monsters here in the chamber are going to show us all tonight just a little bit about what Christmas truly means to each one of them. So we are looking forward to that, and like we said, this is not really like something we get to celebrate. We don't get to talk about Christmas a lot here on this show. Obviously, we're a horror show, but think about it. Christmas, sure, you get the nice stuff. There's, obviously the nativity story is kind of what it's all about, right? Or it's kind of what it's supposed to be about, but you got it. And it's kind of surprising though, because Santa's the other big guy. Obviously it's kind of hard to like separate Santa from the whole thing, even though, who is it really about? You could argue, but Santa's the big guy. And, obviously, they're the ones we all think about. We'll be talking about them plenty tonight, and Santa, he's been around for hundreds of years. He is a supernatural character. Come on. We're talking about a guy who goes down chimneys. Okay. He's flying all over the world in one night. That's a little suspicious when you say. I don't know. It's something to think about. I don't know. We kind of just accept Santa into our lives. But did you think about the fact that, he's kind of like a wizard, man? I don't know. It's something to ponder here tonight. We'll get into that. Again, like I said, it's slipping down your chimney, everybody's chimney in one night. That's kind of... But, obviously Jesus is you want to talk about somebody that's magical, special, obviously, the man brought himself back to life, turned water into wine. We're speaking on that later. These two guys, we're going to have a very special presentation on them later. It's going to be very fun. You've got all the other kinds of goblins and elves. Krampus, of course, very popular this time of year. And, Krampus, Santa, are they working together? I don't know. Maybe that's something that one of our guests later on can touch on. I don't know if anybody's ever really thought about it, but, so it's kind of an odd mix of Santa stuff and Jesus stuff, and that's how you get Christmas. So it's kind of scary, I would say. I find it to be so, but elves and hobbits and, whatever else, and, that's what this time of year is all about, and that's, the other beauty of all those monsters is that they're all public domain. We don't need any other monsters this Friday the 13th. I mean, this is what...
I'm on the schedule, aren't I?
You are. Let me turn your mic on. I always forget to do that. But you're not. You're not on the schedule.
This is the same crap as last time. Not only do you not turn on my mic, but I'm not on the schedule. 2 times in 2024 have we had 2 Friday the 13th. And how am I not booked for either? Do I need to go through this again?
I mean, I'm sorry. It's we really were leaning into the Christmas winter theme, and that's not really, you're like a summer character. You don't have any movies.
Jason Goes to New York. It's cold in that movie. That is justification enough for you.
I mean,
I shouldn't have to defend myself on this.
I understand you feel some ownership toward the day Friday the 13th, but you weren't even in the first movie.
It's legal. It's not just me saying that. It's a legal thing. And therefore, I'm entitled, when there's a Friday the 13th, that's my day.
Well, yes,
we're talking about
Yasan, is it? That's
Jesus,
your name, right?
Their days.
I mean, Yasan,
Jesus gets 2.
You don't even want to get into the rights of the whole thing with
You don't
Friday
even want
the
to get
13th
into it with my
because it's a
fan
mess.
base.
Well, yeah, your fan base is a nightmare too, but
they will make your life a nightmare.
They'll be the first to tell you about how much of a nightmare the rights are to the franchise. But I digress. I mean, I'm sorry that we didn't. Your agent didn't reach out to us and let it. We told him last time, call us and we'll get him included. But we didn't. We never heard anything. So
look, I came out here, so at the very least, I'm getting paid this time.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think that's
I think it's fair because, look, I'm in the guild. I'm in the guild, and me coming in here, coming in kind of like Errol Flynn or Johnny Depp, swashbuckling, jumping around, doing the whole Jason bit. That's labor.
Oh, and
I get paid for labor.
And now you're hijacking the music. You want us to pay for the rights to this kind of music too?
This is America. I get paid. You can't play any of the music or anything from those movies without my express permission. And today is my day. But you know what? If this is going to be a whole, I'm going to talk about, that Bolts guy or, my friend Krong or, some Reno celebrity, I'm gonna bounce. If that is fine with you, if you have nothing else to just, kind of hammer in your stupid little points, because you will be hearing from my people.
Your people?
My people. My mother.
Oh.
She'll come all the way down from upstate New York, and she will drag your ass into court.
Yeah, well, I've heard.
My mom's done a lot for me, dude.
Well, I know, but not in the courtroom. More like in the campground.
We can settle this anytime, any place.
I don't want to meet your mother. I know what she gets up to, and that's kind of scary.
It's either her or the fan base. I'm personally, I've eschewed violence. I only do it for the image.
The man.
I don't kill anymore.
Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry.
I gave up violence a long time ago.
Well, that's an interesting development.
I started taking therapy and, expressed a lot of things, and I killed a lot of people. But I realized I can monetize that. So.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, what? You can monetize?
I can monetize the image because, I'm a cultural celebrity. So I might not believe in it like fundamentally as a way of life, but I can make money off of it by playing it up. Kind of like a rapper.
I mean, I guess.
Same thing.
So what you're telling me is that you play up your bloodthirsty, murderous image to keep up appearances.
That is exactly right, and you make a lot of money doing that.
Oh well.
I'm an anti-hero. In some circles.
Well, I guess that's a fair assessment. I can't argue with that.
No, you're not half bad of a guy. I'm just gonna say that you're not half bad of a guy, But we do need to talk about me getting paid for being here.
I mean, we'll...
Yeah, that is something, that we're, Oh, there we go. Guess who is...
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. You can't just pick up money off the...
$21 richer.
I'm sorry, but...
You're looking at a man who is $21 richer.
I think that actually belongs to somebody. I don't think you can just pick it up off the ground and
it belongs to a member of the guild. So, if there's nothing else, Mr. Monster Man...
I mean, I guess...
I don't know your name. What's your name?
I mean, again, you were not... Yasson, is that your name? I mean,
Yeah, Yasson.
Yeah, sorry, say that one more time.
Yasson.
Okay.
It's French. It's actually, there are French-Canadian communities in upstate New York, so... Yasson. People pronounce it wrong, though.
Oh, they're too hard on the A.
Jason.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. We gotta move on with the show. We kind of got a lot to get to tonight. And you weren't on the schedule, and that $21. If that's what you want for your payment,
I guess I'm getting for the night. I mean, that's date money. I guess so. Have a good night.
All right. Well, thank you, Yasson.
My people will be talking to you.
Well, I hope.
Oh, green room.
Not. Oh, yes. Please help yourself to the green room and hang out.
Don't mind if I do.
Enjoy yourself. Again, we're I apologize because that was an interruption. I wanna try to get things back on track here if we can. So let's go ahead and switch it. There we go. Okay, I got control of the music again. This is more the speed of what we're going for tonight. So, I'm sorry. We were kind of already turning into a little bit of a train wreck. We got uninvited guests and technical difficulties are part of it. But hey, you know what? The show's just getting started. Got a lot in store for you tonight. And again, we haven't even moved through the chamber yet. And basically, the reason I wanted to let you all into the chamber tonight is because it kind of felt like, what do we always hear this time of year? We always hear about, Christmas is a special time, and what is the true meaning of Christmas? That question gets asked ad nauseum. What's the true meaning of Christmas? And it's kind of like there's not one clear answer. There's just kind of a lot of things. We've talked about a lot of them, but what I realized in being the proprietor of this Chamber of Horrors is that each one of my attractions here has taught me something different about the true meaning of Christmas. So we are gonna pay a visit with each one of our attractions that you might remember from the last time that we stepped foot in the Chamber of Horrors. And each one is going to be, touching on some special part of the year, something that they can kind of speak to personally. So we're very excited, and we're hopefully it doesn't, get too devilish. But we'll have some of these acts, and then we'll go to we'll get into our feature for the evening, which may actually also be familiar to you, but we'll save that. We're gonna go ahead and move right along here, and we're gonna move through the chamber. As we move through the chamber and visit our first attraction of the evening, again, I'm reminded of what I've learned from each one of our attractions here at the chamber. True meaning of Christmas. And tonight's first act has really, taught me about what the magic of Christmas truly is. The Christmas is a time of magic. I mean, as we talked about, this is a supernatural time of year, really. We don't acknowledge it enough, but it certainly is. And so the magic of Christmas is something that our first act is going to bring to us tonight. Not only the magic of Christmas, but the spectacle of Christmas, certainly. Because we have our very own spectacular, magnificent, our very own magician, Revealio, who is joining us live over the phone, because I'm being told that this particular stunt that you have in store for us tonight, Revealio, we can't fit it in the studio, so you're on location for this stunt.
Yes, that is correct. Greetings, it is I, Revealio.
Oh, well, Revealio, we're happy that you could join us, and we're glad that, again, we're spending this time of year with the people that we care about. I like to consider everybody in the chamber part of the family, and Revealio, you're always bringing us something special, something magnificent, something that, our eyes, it's always hard to believe. So I'm very curious to see what you've got for us, and that special time of year, Revealio, you got any holiday plans or any special tricks up your sleeve for the Christmas season?
For this Christmas, we're paying homage to the greatest magician of all time, Jesus. Behold, the tomb. I have locked myself in this tomb for 3 days, and I will use only my mind to escape, just like Jesus.
Wait, Revealio, are you telling me you're at the actual tomb of Jesus Christ?
Indeed. Revealio knows all. Revealio can escape any tomb.
Revealio, I don't think that we necessarily had this in the budget for the, I know Christmas special, I said we wanted to do something big, but I don't plane ticket to, how do you even get clearance to film in Jesus' tomb? This is a sacred place. One magician to another, you're I guess paying respect, but it's
okay. They let me in.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be Revealio if you didn't have some kind of magical plan to pull this off. So this isn't this is certainly one of Jesus's better known tricks, but time of year's maybe your calendar's a little mixed up there, Revealio?
Haha, I don't think so. Revealio knows all.
Well, that's it's like a magic 8-ball. That's Revealio's our very own magic 8-ball. So, Revealio, I know you're preparing to move this boulder with your mind. Do you have to do any special warm-ups? Is there any kind of mental exercises or other kinds of magical stunts that you have to do to work yourself up to escaping the tomb?
I'm very glad you asked. I've spent all year preparing for this escape. I've started by moving small rocks with my mind, and then moving up to progressively larger sized rocks in preparation to move this, the biggest rock of them all.
It's a fairly large boulder, I gotta say. You have to have some real brain power to be able to move it. Do you really think that your brain power is on par with the good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ himself?
Do you doubt the brain of the great Revealio?
You haven't given me any reason to doubt you yet, Revealio, so I guess not. Well, I mean, Revealio, are there any other tricks? Is there anything else you had planned before this big you know, you don't have an assistant or anything, but you know, you got any cards in there or any kind of you know, I mean, I know cards are kind of your thing, so moving a boulder, you know.
I had an assistant in here, but the air got a little thin.
Did you not outfit that cave with oxygen, Revealio? How many supplies do you have enough supplies in there? You've been in there for 3 days.
That's what makes the escape so significant. That's kind of the whole thing. There's no oxygen in here, but I still get out using just my mind.
I guess it's all about willpower. I mean, that's what Revealio's all about. It's what he's always been all about.
I haven't taken a breath in 4 hours.
I'm sorry. Your breath control is that good, huh, Revealio?
Yes.
Wow. We need to go swimming sometime together, man. I'm jealous. I just gotta go deep.
But that's not all. Behold, as I reveal your card. Is this your card?
Yes, Revealio. I gotta say, it probably is.
Of course it is. Revealio knows all.
I mean, do you have any light in there with you, Revealio? I mean, the reason that we're not seeing Revealio is because the video feed was not working inside the cave. We don't have a good connection in the cave. So we don't have any video lights in there. So do you have any light in there? Like, what do you...
Revealio needs no light. Revealio sees through his third eye. Revealio sees you in the audience right now.
Well, I hope that sends a shiver up your spine. It certainly did mine. That's the power of Revealio, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Revealio, anything else before you rock our worlds with this truly amazing spectacle of magic?
The time has come. It has been 3 days. 3 days I have sat in this cave. Breathing, not. Eating, not. Drinking, not. And now, behold, as I move the stone with
is it rocking a little bit? Do we have Revealio on a delay? Is he? I mean, so Revealio, you're doing the trick right now, correct? Revealio.
Did you see it?
What? Well, I'm being told the feed is like live. We've got a great connection. The boulder's still there. It hasn't. Honestly, I'm not even seeing a crack.
I put it back.
Well, I'm sorry. Why would you put it back?
I kind of like it in here, actually, and I've decided that I'm not coming out.
What? But Revealio, you don't have any oxygen in there. You don't have any food. What do you? You've been in there for 3 days already. What do you mean you're not coming out? You got to channel your mind powers and move this boulder. I believe in you, Revealio. You can do it.
No, I don't actually have. I can just stay in here.
I don't, Revealio. I don't know if you can. I think that you might run into some more problems than you already got a dead assistant on your hands. What do you? I mean, that's a whole other thing.
everything's fine in here.
Well, Revealio, I don't know, you obviously set out on this illusion to pay homage to Jesus Christ himself, but maybe I should have asked the question before we even started this venture. Do you believe in Jesus? Because I feel like if you did, you would have pulled this off. And I feel like since you haven't, I got to wonder, maybe you should start praying to him now.
Everything's fine in here. Revealio requires no aid. Revealio is moving the stone, actually. It just is going to take a little while.
I guess we've got time. I mean, we could come back to you later. I mean, we do have other acts we need to get to, but I mean, Revealio, I mean, you're kind of dropping the ball here. You're kind of leaving us all hanging.
No, I got it. It's the new trick is it's the 12 days of moving this rock with only my mind.
What? Yeah. So you're going from 3 days to 12 days now, Revealio?
The 12 days of Christmas. That's the true meaning.
It sounds to me like you're just moving the goalposts back, Revealio.
It sounds to me like I'm moving this rock out of the way.
Well, I guess I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, prepare to be amazed.
Oh, I'm sure I will, Revealio. I'm sure I will. So we'll leave you to it, and we'll check back in with you later, and hopefully you've moved that boulder even a few centimeters with your mind, that it fulfill on some of the bets that we made here. So we'll leave Revealio to his mystical ways, and hopefully we'll check back in with him later. And moving along through the Chamber of Horrors, we're gonna, Revealio there taught us a little bit about the magic of Christmas. But one of the other big things that Christmas is all about is song, right? I mean, the music of Christmas is half of what's so great about it, right? I mean, it's the music, the caroling, the hymnals. I mean, it's all very special. And so luckily for us here in the chamber, we've got our own songsmith extraordinaire. And, this guy has been singing, he's actually been singing Christmas carols for decades, but it's really hard to find any of his stuff. So he's hopefully bringing us some Christmas goodies tonight. And that is, of course, our very, very, very good friend, Mr. Tommy Fellatia, the Pharaoh of Las Vegas. So there he is, and look at you there. There he is, Tommy Fellatia. Look at him.
Tommy Fellatia. Back again. How's it going, Spakenstein?
Wow. Now that was a spectacle.
God.
That was more of a spectacle than what we saw.
I've been this wrapped up since I was in the Amazon, climbing through vines for no apparent reason.
Well, they're certainly provided more of a spectacle than Revealio did for us. So how are we doing this holiday season, Mr. Pharaoh of Las Vegas?
Well, I'm doing great. It's been a busy holiday season for me.
Are holidays usually busy for you?
Oh, very, very busy. This is, for my line of work, we tend to be in what we call hibernation, kind of like bears for most of the year.
Like bears?
Like bears, yes.
I'm sorry. Tommy, are you Are you smoking in here? That's not really a smoke-friendly.
What are you, 9 out of 10 doctors?
I mean, well, we like to promote good health practices here, and I guess it's the crooner lifestyle.
Okay. I may have dropped my pack. I will just say, they are not. It's not tobacco.
Wait, it's not?
It is not tobacco. These are herbal tea cigarettes. In fact, this is a rock tea cigarette. I was vacation. Actually, there is the pack now. As you can see, these are my herbal cigarettes. I was spending a Christmas vacation, well, pre-Christmas actually, with my good friend Chiang Kai-shek.
With your good friend who?
Chiang Kai-shek. We were, at his place in Foremost.
Who is that?
He is the leader of the Kuomintang.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, I have been, bouncing around with some old ideas, and I've been thinking about my Christmas album.
Wait, wait a minute. Tommy, you've got a Christmas album?
Every crooner has a Christmas album, yeah.
And what? But I mean, like I said, we tried to look for some of your Christmas music all over the internet. We couldn't find it anywhere.
Well, the day I, disappeared, got wrapped up actually. This was around 1950 something, and I recorded dozens of Christmas albums because, you needed a backup of what you were doing. So I recorded 24 Christmas albums.
Whoa, wait, 24?
24 Christmas albums, yes. Where did that dastardly stagehand put my lighter?
And it was so
not in my pocket like I told him to.
Now, are we like novelty Christmas? Is that the kind of Christmas albums that we're talking here, or what was your forte?
Songs for the heart, songs for the soul, and most importantly, songs for the leaves.
Oh, Tommy, I didn't know that you were. Well, I guess I should have figured that you were a ladies' man, right?
I'm a crooner. What do you expect?
All crooners are ladies' men?
All crooners are ladies.
Okay, and you fancy you did pretty good with the ladies back in your.
I am. You could call me a person of interest.
Well, so Tommy, I'm sorry. So you're smoking cigarettes. You're.
If that stagehand would give me my damn lighter, where are you, boy?
Well, I mean, you can go grab him real quick.
Anyway, let's.
Tommy.
Let me talk about a Las Vegas Christmas.
Wait, okay. So is this the lost album? This is the one.
Is the one that was on the very plane that was supposed to leave Havana on New Year's of 1958. That was unfortunately brought down in mysterious circumstances, we'll say, by some fellow whose name will not be mentioned. Anyway.
Well, Revealio, you can't. Tommy, you can't just drop like a little bit of hot goss like that and then just try to move on. I mean,
that's the style of things.
Oh, is that how the crooners do things?
That's how the crooners do things.
Well, look, I think we did get one of our assistants was able to dig up a photo of the album, Tommy Fellatia's Las Vegas Christmas. We have it here. So as you can see, it looks very festive. It looks like you kind of have like a very, like a chill crooner vibe. I mean, you take things easy. You're not too, I mean, some crooners that we see, they're a little stuffy, I mean, they're a little conservative, right? I mean, what do you seem like more of a laid
I'm
back.
More about having fun. That's what Tommy Fellatiia is about. Having fun, having a good time.
Well, that album cover certainly reads
as
that.
That's why I'm out here in Las Vegas.
I'm sorry, you're out in
the Pharaoh.
But that background, that kind of doesn't really look very Vegas.
What do you mean? That's what Las Vegas has always looked like.
I mean, it's kind of I guess we got to take your word for it. I mean, well, you're looking good.
Have you ever been to Reno?
Reno? No, I mean I haven't. Is there any reason? Are
You've
you
never been to Las Vegas?
partial to Reno?
No, I'm just saying. Reno is a place you should check out at some point. Yeah. Not that I've ever been there.
Well, you know, we've been doing a little bit more research on your online, and we kind of found that you know, maybe you've not always been native to Las Vegas.
I've had some sabbaticals. We'll say Argentina, Stanleyville, London, Paris.
You've had residencies in these places?
I call them sabbaticals.
Oh.
You know, my home is Las Vegas. That is my fiefdom. That's my kingdom. That's my Egypt, my Nile. But I'm off on my sabbatical to go learn more about myself and spread my gift.
Well, and of course that gift would be the gift of music, right? I mean,
The gift of crooning.
The gift of crooning, and it's a gift that keeps on giving every year. I mean, you look at there are so many like crooners out there that just get buku's amount of money around this time of year. And you think of all the
This is our time to feast. This is when we come out of our caves.
all the royalties.
Out of our Vegas caves. This is when we're out.
But you know, you've missed out on a lot of possible royalties with this album not getting out there, right?
I know.
Was it?
Look, it was
it?
between, for years, it was somewhere between Havana and Miami.
Well, I gotta ask,
In the
was it possible that there was maybe like another crooner involved or responsible for your album kind of not seeing the light of day, or?
Frank was involved. We did have some disagreements in the beginning, but I would not say Frank was the one that... Anyway.
Wow. Well, I mean, again, you know, you're the only living...
There was another crooner, Bing. He and I were doing these little caroling things, me, him, and his kids, and I'll just say it got quite out of hand. A very annoying time.
Yeah, I've heard he could be a little bit of a stickler for rhythm.
Hell of a hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, obviously you've rubbed elbows with the best of them. I mean, are there any other like special Christmas memories that you have? I mean, obviously I know that there's something big that you want to share with us, but before we get into that, was there any special Christmas reminiscence that you'd wanted to share with us?
Well, I remember having, you know. That is a good question because my Christmases are usually jazzy players. You know, just Carol and Meryl. I mean, last year I was with the Pros in Argentina.
Oh, okay. So
Not last year, sorry. The time is just...
Well, when you're a mummy, yeah, time's kind of all...
Yeah, you're in the sarcophagus, and, you know, whether it's made of papyrus, or wood, or concrete, you know, take a long time.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised, you know, you this cigarette habit, you're a mummy. I'm surprised it hasn't caused you to just light up like a Christmas tree yet.
It is quite the fire hazard. But when you're as suave and smooth as me, you're not going to get burned. Hey.
All right. Well, there it is. Well, so Tommy, was there, you know, obviously we've been talking about your album. It's been lost, but I heard you've been hard at work over the past couple weeks trying to recreate your what you said would have been the hit single off the album, and of course then lost the time until now. Because later in the show, you are going to sing this for us, yes?
I am going to sing it for you.
And of course, backed by our very wonderful, very illustrious band, the U.S. Air Force Band, of course. You know, we'll listen to them wailing away now. But, you know, I mean, are you excited for this performance? I mean, it's a long time coming, right?
I am very, very excited to get it. In fact, even.
Can you give us a tease or anything of the performance later on? Is there anything that you want to like share beforehand?
Well, one of the stagehands walking over with these earpod things that I've never used and could be walking through.
Yeah, I can try.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Yeah, so you just...
Is that how they work?
Yeah, you just pop them in.
No, you don't. Don't do
yeah.
that. Not supposed to do that, I guess.
And you tell me, I don't know, can you hear the music, Tommy?
What?
Can you hear the music?
Play me a tune.
I'm playing, the band is playing right now. Can you hear them?
What, they're starting without me? I can't perform if they're gonna start without me. Tell them to start over.
What? Well, you're kind of in the middle. Can't you jazz? Can't you just kind of hop in?
I can't jazz. Tommy can't jazz without a band.
Well, they're...
Look, I can jazz all over the place if I have the band. But if I can't hear the band in these futuristic little headphones, I can't jazz. No one gets jazz at that point.
Wow. Well, how about...
It shakes me to say that, even.
Well, I'm frankly embarrassed, Tommy, because we all want to hear...
If I can't hear the band in this, and the band's in another part of the building, I guess.
Look, okay, so Tommy, here, let's settle this. Look. How about this? You go to the green room, you settle down, you maybe eat some pie. We got a nice gooseberry pie in there.
See the gooseberry pie. It was very good.
Okay, so you go.
Mary did a wonderful job.
Right.
That was great woman.
She really is.
Yeah.
So I think
she reminds me on this suit.
Right. It's a nice suit. You're dressed.
Very warm.
You're dressed impeccably. I must say.
Thank you. Alan Dupace.
Do you like my attire for the evening? Tommy, you're taking an awful long time to...
I'm gonna say it's
answer.
just incredibly... But I can't help you. No one can help you. But that's you. You do you, as the children do.
I thought, the green cape, I thought that was like a nice...
That's green.
It's a green cape, yeah.
It's
I thought
great.
it was kind of a
It's
nice... Well, it depends on, you're looking at it through the green screen, but I assure you it's
gray to me, so is the shirt.
Well, you're being very critical of my wardrobe, Tommy. I was complimentary of your suit.
Why do we have all these gray sheets around?
Well, look, I'm sorry, are you colorblind?
No. I'm just asking a general question. Why are there gray sheets? Why is your shirt gray?
I think you might want to see if Mary in the green room can help you with that, because I don't think I can.
Oh, she was telling me about some herbal remedies that they have in the contest that I could look into.
Well, I hope that provides some kind of solution, Tommy. I really do.
Healing spree.
Right. Well, look, you go to the green room. We'll get the technical difficulties sorted out at the end of the show. So if there's any big set pieces or, you got to do a costume change or anything, you let us know. We'll try to get prepped for that. In the meantime, we're going to let our next acts prepare. And we're going to share a little bit of holiday fear with you. Again, Friday the 13th wouldn't be complete without a slasher. And we've got a proto-slasher that we have actually shown on the film before. It's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it's required viewing for this time of year. And that's, of course, Silent Night, Bloody Night from 1972. It's before Black Christmas. It's before really any of the other Christmas set slashers. Years before Halloween, so it was kind of ahead of its time. We enjoyed it here on the show. We did the whole Scream Stream treatment, the fact sheet, and the jokes and all that. But we're showing it tonight as we as we move between interludes here in the chamber. So we're going to present the first part of Silent Night, Bloody Night, and then when we come back, we'll visit a few more attractions in the chamber as we celebrate Christmas. So stick around. We'll be right back.
One last time, I have to see this ground. It's beautiful now, as if nothing had happened here. Soon they will tear down the main house, and then nothing will be left. Nothing. Except what I remember. I grew up in the town nearby, where my father was the mayor, and where this house stood waiting for me. It was built by Wilfred Butler. We had never seen him, and he never lived at home. Until the day before Christmas in 1950, he finally did come back for the last time. All of us believed that his death was an accident. No one knew that another person had come to Butler House that Christmas.
As Deputy Coroner of the County of Arlington, State of Massachusetts, I hereby find, upon evidence of an autopsy conducted by the medical examiner of this county, that the deceased, Wilfred Butler, died as a result of burns inflicted accidentally upon himself on his own premises during the afternoon of December 24th, 1950. No further inquiry shall be held over the body of the deceased, and this inquest is officially closed.
All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. After the coroner's inquest, on New Year's Day, they buried Wilfred Butler. There was no one there to mourn him. It was the funeral of a stranger.
Frank Sinatra didn't do that.
Oh, believe me, Frank was into a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna say that, you know, Elvis. Yeah. Yeah, well, they said Elvis died in the toilet.
I,
can reliably tell you.
Wilfred Butler, being of sound mind and body,
What is that? I'm just gonna say that Frank and
at
Elvis
least
had
what the
this
world
agreement
considers
at some point in
sound,
Las Vegas, and there was
do hereby leave my house and its grounds and all personal effects within that house
papers, government covered it up.
to my only surviving relation, my grandson, Jeffrey Butler. And I solemnly charge him with one duty. Let him leave the house as I left it, standing untouched to remind the world of its inhumanity and cruelty.
For 20 years, that house lay empty, exactly as Wilfred left it. And then, last year, rumors began that it was finally being sold. The newspaper story traveled through the county to a state hospital for the criminally insane. The man who came to sell the house had never seen it. He was a lawyer from the city, just doing a job and enjoying it.
Stop and look serious, please. Oh, you're hopeless. Oh, look.
Hey, wait, where you going now? The mayor's gonna have a fit, kid.
One more shot.
Come on.
Stay there. I want one together. And smile.
For all the news as it happens, stay tuned to WLIX, your voice of the Northeast. This is Roger Fowler with local stories. First, today's headlines. A warehouse fire still rages in Elizabeth. Police suspect arson. That escaped inmate at Margaretville State Hospital still at large, still hunted by state police. And over in Roxbury, the city passes a controversial housing code.
Well, didn't I tell you? It's beautiful.
Can we see the rest of it?
Honey, that was it. I think the mayor's waiting for me.
My love is such an important man.
Right. Laura always says that.
Darling,
What?
don't be long.
Honey, if you get bored, just look at the view. Sooner or later, that viaduct's gonna take us back home.
Mr. Carter.
Mr. Mayor.
Let me introduce you. This is Charlie Toman, who publishes our weekly newspaper, The Patriot.
Mr. Toman?
And this is Tess Howard.
How do you do?
She operates our switchboard.
Oh, really?
We call her the communications director. And this is Bill Mason.
Mason?
Our sheriff. Won't you sit there, Mr. Carter, at the head of the table?
Thank you. I didn't expect to meet you all together. It's quite a reception. All right, let's begin. As you know, I've been retained by Jeffrey Butler. The matter concerns the house that he inherited from his grandfather, Wilfred Butler.
Go on, Mr. Carter.
I believe that you offered to buy the house from my client.
Offered? We begged him. We wrote letters and
That's
we...
enough, Tess.
Well, it's true.
Trouble. There's always trouble.
I can sympathize.
I spent the last 20 years and more driving people away from there. Prowlers, burglars, kids, they're the worst. Chasing for nothing because of that will. That drivel about humanity. No, no, no. Inhumanity. What the hell is that, huh?
Yes, well, he was a bitter man.
Hate?
It must have been very hard.
It must have been hate.
That man hated. Well, some people are like that.
The question is, well, do you still want the house?
Are you offering it to us, Mr. Carter?
Exactly.
Why now?
Well, that's Mr. Butler's business, isn't it?
You know we're not rich. Most of us came here during the Depression. But we love this town. It's our home.
And naturally, you want to improve it.
Exactly.
My client understands that, and he fully sympathizes, and he's willing to sacrifice the house for $50,000 in cash by noon tomorrow.
That's an awful lot of cash.
It's also an awfully good bargain.
You could go to Wilton. You could go now to the bank.
Am I clearly understood?
All that cash.
Perfect. I'll wait for your answer till tomorrow.
You're spending the night here?
Yes.
May I ask where?
At the Butler house.
We could put you up at the motel as our guest.
No, the house is fine.
The Paradise Motel.
That's very kind of you, but I'm meeting Mr. Butler about some personal items.
You'll want a phone. I can reconnect the line.
Don't trouble, please.
No trouble. You'll need a phone.
Don't want to be stuck out there.
Well, you've convinced me. Thank you.
By the way, have you known Mr. Butler a long time?
No, I've never met him. He called me and asked me if I'd handle this for him. I said yes. He had the key delivered to my office. Mr. Mayor, Sheriff, Mr. Tolman, Miss Howard, see you all tomorrow. In fact, I'm looking forward to it.
Slick, really slick. He's a big lawyer, Bill. You've got to expect that. Don't tell me about lawyers.
Oh, you see the way he looked at us? You see his clothes?
He's doing his job. Just don't tell me about lawyers. You know what I'd like to see? Two of them like that one talking to each other. Neither one of them would know what to believe.
I love you, too. Honey, when I get home, I'm going to have a nice surprise for you. No, I can't tell you what it is now. It wouldn't be a surprise, now would it? No, I can't come home now, but it'll be very soon. Very soon. Honey, of course I miss you. Yes, I miss Mommy, too. Laura, how are you, kid? So I'll call tomorrow. No, I want to call. I want to talk to Jenny. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I'm having a fine time. Well, same to you, darling. What do you mean, hostile?
I was wondering, if we get it, what then?
Tear it down.
Fucking good. Okay. I'd better get going. Do me a favor, Tess. Call Diane, tell her I'm going to Wilton, and I'll be back late.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. Butler wasn't kidding. Nobody's lived here for years.
That would be such a waste.
It's his grandfather's monument. You know, there's a caretaker who keeps this place just the way he left it.
What kind of monument is this?
Well,
I've
that's
seen
the
that
trouble.
Godfather movie, right?
Nobody remembers anymore.
Yeah, everybody.
That's what usually happens in America.
Yeah, well,
I remember
you didn't hear
this.
it from me, but you know that
And
scene
he walks
where
with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I'm
singer
his own.
and the horse's head and all that.
And he walks with me, and he talks.
Yeah, we for real. Yeah.
Made them bigger. You tell me they really did shit.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to Frankie. He went up to a mob boss and was like, "Oh!"
Used to hear that at funerals.
And
At funerals?
horse's head,
I was
all
a
that,
kid in
real
Chipley,
stuff.
Georgia.
Wow. Don't you
There's
love
also
some of the
Chipley,
best
Florida,
stories in Hollywood? Movies
But they
that
have
actually
both
based
been
on
subsequently eradicated.
I could
from the
write
map.
some novels.
None other has ever known.
All right, I gotta get back in. All right, Tommy, hang out in the green room, get your show ready. Go easy on that pie, please. Save some.
It is really good pie. I'm sorry.
The only thing open was a delicatessen, so I brought you pastrami, salami, potato salad, macaroni, everything you like.
I'll have bologna and macaroni. No, some of that potato salad. Did you pick the wine, too?
The delicatessen man took a personal interest in its selection.
Oh, well, we got lucky again. That's early 1970. That's hard to come by.
Can I have some too?
Of course you may.
Thank you. It must have been wonderful.
What?
The people who lived here. They must have had a wonderful life.
Well, I hope they did. Wilfred Butler must have believed in something. Look at that stone fireplace, parquet floor, the mahogany, this table. Now, you probably think this place is made of wood, right?
Well,
Wrong. You know what his grandson told me? Underneath that wood, there's 2 feet of stone. The foundation is 8 bricks wide. Now, someday they're going to come in here and they're going to tear this place down and they're going to build little tract houses all over this property on quarter-acre and half-acre lots. And that bulldozer's going to come up that hill toward this house. And it's going to get the surprise of its life. They built a kingdom out here. Only nobody's left.
no. Butler has a grandson.
No. He's probably like the rest of us, wants money. You know, he's asking $50,000 cash for this place, and if he only wait, he can get at least $250,000. But he won't take his time. So he'll get screwed.
Do you want to go upstairs now?
Soon. You know, one of the great pleasures in life is the pleasure of anticipating pleasure, isn't it?
We are very close now, aren't we?
Sure, honey. Very close.
I don't see any beds yet.
Well, keep looking, honey. Butler said the place was furnished. It's furnished.
Anything doing?
No, sir. But look at this.
More football, huh?
Look how they smeared that quarterback. Look at his arm.
Got no time now. Go test. How about that telephone up at the Butler house? Is it working? Well, try it now. I'll wait.
Hello? Oh, yes, Miss Howard. Yeah, the phone's working fine. Very nice of you to call. Thank you. Good night. Honey, I'm going down to the car to get some cigarettes. Be back in a minute.
Okay.
Don't get lonely.
No, no. Did you get your cigarettes?
Yes, I did.
May I have one?
Sure. No, it's the most amazing things. These cigarettes come in these very small packages these days.
Oh, that's for me?
Mm-hmm.
Can I open it?
Oh, no. Our Christmas is day after tomorrow.
Is that an order?
Yes, ma'am, that's an order.
moving along through our Yuletide celebration tonight, we're going to be spending a little bit of time on the road, as one often does during the holiday season, and, doing it in a way that I think all of us hope that we can over the holidays, and that's giving back. This time of year, it's one of those things that's always put in perspective. And so we've got one of our attractions here at the Chamber that really is helping us see the side of Christmas that's really about charity. And, helping out our fellow man. And, this particular monster has, had their fair share of hardships over the past few years. We've certainly been witness to it, but we hope that he's bouncing back, and he's giving back this Christmas as he's on the road. So we're gonna pop in the car with our good friend, the Invisible Man. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello?
Hey? Yeah, I can't really... You can't hear... I can't... No, I can't... Not...
Is this okay?
No, it's not okay. You've got... I can't hear...
Hang on. Just hang on.
Why? Why are you doing this? I'm sorry. You we had this call scheduled. Why? Is this a gag? Are you trying to ruin my show? What's the deal?
Sorry. Hey, I'm just I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm on the road right now. As you can see, I'm driving. I'm trying to just multitask a little bit. I'm trying to get in a very specific headspace, and I've got a speech I'm trying to prepare for, and I really didn't even write it. I thought, I'll just wing it. This will be easy. I'll just go in, do my thing real quick, get my check real quick, and get out. And now I'm realizing that might not have been the best strategy.
I mean, that sounds really cool, but I'm confused. What does you ringing the bell have to do with anything?
So I'm, like I said, I'm giving a speech. I was invited to be a guest speaker at a support group for sad holiday bell ringers.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was, a pretty big honor until they told me that the reason they wanted me was because I know what it feels like to be invisible.
What? Oh my God, that's one of the saddest things I've ever heard. I mean, Invisible Man, I hate to hear this, because I know that you're, that's not what you're all about. I know you're not crazy about being an invisible man, but it's the lot that you carry in life. So, I mean, hey, if you can give back to people and help through your knowledge and experience of being an invisible man, I don't see what's so bad about that. What's the harm in that?
Well, after last time, we didn't really end things on such a great note, and
no,
I do feel a little bit bad about that. I probably should have, called or something, but
I mean, you've always got a home at the Chamber of Horrors. We're like a family here. I always say that. I always say that. So but we're just happy that you feel in a good enough place to get out and give back to your community. And I mean, bell ringers, I mean, that's people do walk by them and ignore them, and have I been one of those people? Unfortunately, yes, I have. But, you know, I mean, we learn a lot from the people out there who feel like we're making them invisible. So I think you got something to teach the people. I really do.
Yeah, I definitely was one of those people too. I mean, to be honest, sometimes I would see those guys, you know, down the block, and I just take my clothes off, so I just walk right by them.
Wow.
After, you know, we talked last time, I thought, you know, hey, maybe I should take, you know, being the Invisible Man a little more seriously.
Right.
Try to just own it a little more. And, you know, I got this call and they said, you know, hey, come talk at this thing. And I said, well, okay, great. You know, here's my chance. Here's my
your platform.
Yeah. So I'm doing this thing. You know, I told them that, I mean, it's kind of too late to back out now. I did find out today that this isn't like a paid thing, which was, you know, not exactly what I was hoping for with, you know, being the Invisible Man.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Still trying to find out how to make money off this thing. I don't know.
I mean, I think, you know, you're on the right track. You're just putting yourself out there. You never know when an opportunity is going to strike. And I think that, you know, again, just look at what you're doing right now. Look at how many people have you seen in the car beside you that are terrified. They're just seeing, you know, just this head of hair, just... How many people have you seen in the cars beside you turn back just with the most terrified expression on their face because all they see is this gorgeous blonde head of hair and just, you know, this, you know, handless jacket turning the steer? That's gotta, you know, frighten some people.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of nice. I mean, I don't really get out that much anymore, but, you know, it is kind of nice seeing these terrified people drive by. I mean, it makes me feel like, you know, the old days.
I mean, at least they're paying attention, right? You know, they're not looking at their phones. They're looking at well, they're looking at you, but they can't see you, which is, you know, that's kind of a cool thing. I mean, you know, I guess since the last time we talked, I've always seen a lot of potential in you. I know you've got a lot going for you. You know, and I mean, I think the bell ringing, I mean, you know, is that ever a job that you ever looked into, being a bell ringer? I mean, maybe as an Invisible Man, there's
like
some...
time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's... Well, yeah, year-round, and we haven't seen that. I mean, but maybe there's an advantage to already being invisible and ringing the bell. Because if somebody just sees the bell ring, there's nobody to, like, ignore... Well, you're going to feel a little less self-conscious about putting that money in the bucket. You're not going to worry about it as much because there's not somebody eyeballing you down. Like, are you going to give or not? You know, they can't see you. They just see your bell ringing. And maybe you get, you know, a little bit of extra money on the side.
Okay. I see. You're saying distract them with the bell and then just take their money out of their pocket because, you know.
I mean, I personally can't condone criminal activity. As you know, we're still kind of under some watchful eyes here with all that went down in the last Chamber of Horrors special. So we're, you know, I got to keep a tight ship, but, you know, this is America, baby. How you find ways to make your money, make your way in life. Who are we to judge? Who are we to say? So I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see you out here. You know, where are you right now? You're out in kind of a deserty kind of, you know, you're in California? Is this conference? You'd think they'd want to go to more winter locale for this.
Yeah, I didn't really ask. It's I'm here in Death Valley. I really don't know why we're having it out here, but hey, I gotta
You don't.
I gotta go. I'm here.
Oh.
I'm gonna be on in just a few minutes. But hey, thanks for checking in. You know, I'm doing okay. And you know, thanks for saying you would sponsor me. You know, you didn't really follow up on that, but I appreciate the sentiment at least. So anyway, hey, I gotta go.
Best of
Merry
luck
Christmas,
to you. Best of luck to you. You're gonna kill it. We're all rooting for you, pal.
All right. Thanks. See you, everybody.
All right, there he goes off into the oh my God! Oh God! Can we cut those bells, please? Jesus Christ! We're gonna blow up my eardrums. How many? I guess it's a pretty big conference. I mean, that's. Hey, again, at least he's getting the exposure. I mean, again, as much as he can with a guy you can't see, but we're happy for him. So, hopefully he is the gift that keeps on giving this Christmas. So that's the Invisible Man, everybody. And that was our good friend, the Invisible Man. We are moving on now through the chamber. And, you know, we got to enjoy a little bit of movie there. So that was very nice. But now we're, you know, moving through our exploration of what the true meaning of Christmas really is. And we have, you know, we've talked about the music, we've talked about the magic, but we haven't talked about the stories, right? The stories of Christmas. There are just some iconic tales set around this time of year that are retold again and again and again. And so we really have, you know, a great opportunity here because, you know, personally, we're kind of connected to the themes of one of these well-known stories, and that is, of course, A Christmas Carol, which carries a theme about redemption. And redemption stories are really big around Christmas time. So, you know, Christmas is a time of redemption. And so, you know, if you saw our last Chamber of Horror special, you know, we kind of got a little bit of trouble with the law. Due to some of our practices here at the chamber, and you know, I don't really want to go into it, but suffice to say, we worked it all out. We're all good. It's totally cool. But you know, I really learned kind of that I needed to kind of change my ways, and I learned redemption. And the person that taught me with that was the person that arrested me, and that was, of course, one of our attractions, who was actually an undercover agent, Krong. And Krong, you know, he arrested me, but we were involved kind of every step of the way. And ultimately, we settled our differences. And, you know, Krong and I are still very good friends. And so I asked him if, you know, he could do a little presentation on the power of redemption, and a little kind of tribute to the most iconic redemption story of Christmas, which is A Christmas Carol. So we're very excited, you know, to bring you this tribute with our very own Krong. So let's go ahead and bring in Krong, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Hey, hi, hello, howdy.
Krong, how's it hanging?
Could be better.
Well, you're looking very, I mean, you're looking very Scroogey, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
pretty.
what I'm out here for. Yeah, be Scrooge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that you could do this for us. You know, I love A Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorite stories from this time of year. So I was really glad when I learned that we got you in here to do a little tribute for us. So you look great. Your costume's very they did a great job. Yeah, I mean, so what do you have for us? What can you tell us about Ebenezer Scrooge and the Christmas Carol, and you know all the iconic things that we know about this powerful
Ebenezer Scrooge
story.
was really like a lot of characters in my in the book that I was told that I could come on and talk about Krong of the Congo, my book. It's my life. Growing up in the Virunga Mountains, but then you told me I could come on here and talk about it. But anyway, let me talk about Scrooge.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought
he
you
made
were.
a lot of money. First thing, a lot of money. But he was a very stingy guy. Didn't want to give that money to people. I mean, like Bob Cratchit, and somewhere along the way, he gets visited by like three or four ghosts. Like ghosts are real, and then he wakes up in the morning and gives all his money away. That's what I gleaned from the research I did. Because, I had to do impromptu studying of a subject I didn't know about for a presentation that I was misled about.
Well, I'm confused. Like you've read A Christmas Carol, haven't you?
Well, I know Dickens.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer my question. Have you read A Christmas Carol?
I read it on Wikipedia.
Well, you just read the Wikipedia. You've never read A Christmas Carol?
The Wikipedia pages, you read, you look up a novel, summarize it, you imagine it in your head.
But that's not the same as reading the book.
Same as reading. Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed in you, Krong. I know you're a well-read person, a scholar. I would classify you as.
Person, but look at, have you read Charles Dickens? His writing style, it is written for children,
I mean...
Now, if you look at the book that I wrote, what you're going to see is, a gripping narrative about a young man who really didn't start off with that. Unlike Mr. Scrooge, who, had the whole world at his feet, could have done this and that, and then he decided on he's going to make a lot of money. I don't necessarily disagree with that. But what I'm saying is, we're talking about two different books. My autobiography and, a kid's book. And I would rather talk about, the more pivotal, the more gripping.
So you think your story is like a more iconic Christmas tale than A Christmas Carol? Is that what you're saying?
It is. A lot of stuff happened in Christmas. Read my book.
So you've got an iconic Christmas tale that's just been waiting to be told.
Yes.
Well, that's.
Yes, I do.
I gotta say, I guess I'm not surprised. Well, what's it called?
Wrong. The old Texas are firing, but I would take Krong in the Congo because I brought it up earlier.
I was gonna say Krong in the Congo. That's I was gonna ask you. Yes.
I said that more out of frustration because I brought it up earlier. That's what I'm mad about, and now you're just like, oh, let's touch on this. What's it called?
Well, I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject or anything. I just kind of thought that, you had...
I feel snubbed being on here, honestly, on your show.
What?
What I've done for you.
What do you mean you feel snubbed?
I feel very snubbed.
I mean, we've gone out of our way to accommodate you. We had a kind of a rocky...
Talk about your life. Oh, God.
Well, I mean, yeah, I gotta say, this was not what I was expecting.
You know what I wasn't expecting was this tacky. I don't like this elf.
What? What are you talking about? You don't. They're nice decorations. What do you have against them?
And I obviously think I mean, they're just. He's just unsettling. I mean, he's too cocky. He's too big of his britches about everything.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. You told me that you were gonna do a presentation, and then you come in here, and instead you decide that you're not gonna do anything that we agreed on.
I am not going to do anything we agreed on.
I'm really disappointed in you, Krong, and I think our elf friend's really disappointed in you too, because he's giving you a death glare right now.
He's not even looking at me. He's equally disappointed, but...
Well, Krong, I gotta say, I mean, I think you look great still. I'm glad that the wardrobe team was able to get you outfitted in that magnificent Scrooge costume. And you gotta say, even...
I'm taking it.
I was gonna say, even though you don't like A Christmas Carol, I knew that you'd wanna take that. Well, and it does. I can tell from here it fits you very well. So, you know, you can't say this was a bust completely.
I mean, I'm looking over. Tommy ate all the pie, didn't he?
Yeah, Tommy did. I mean, and I apologize. I know Alana, some of our other viewers, you know, there was some chatter during the movie, and I would like to apologize for that, because that was unfortunately Tommy leaving his mic on while he was in the green room and eating some pie that you know, I mean, it's kind of been in there for a while, but I did make it. I went and I got the best gooseberries that I could find. I picked them myself, and Tommy really kind of, had at it. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize, Krong, because I know you're a gooseberry pie man.
I am a gooseberry pie man. I've always loved gooseberries. My mother, in the Verinda Mountains, if you read Krong in the Congo, you would know that she made me these delicious, I mean, delicious gooseberry pies. I mean, it just hurts my heart that Tommy ate it all. I mean, Tommy, him and his loud mouth.
Yeah, well, he's a singer. He's a crooner.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you two don't get along. I thought two old showbiz guys like yourselves would like bond over your kind of war stories of the biz.
I will say that he tried out for a part in Planet of the Apes, and
what? Is that why he grew his beard out? As he was trying to see if he could?
No, that was for the Ocean's 11 2 film.
Oh.
Yeah, he grew that out. Him and Sinatra were writing like a Christmas-themed heist film.
So, but you guys aren't friends.
We are not.
But you know a lot about him.
I do not like him.
Are you frenemies?
I know a lot about him, but I do not like him.
I'm really.
We're all in the same circles, but let me tell you, I am not letting Tommy get anywhere in my home.
I feel bad.
Any sort of
because I've said that, you know.
Space, medicine cabinet, car,
you think he's a drug addict?
Tommy. Not saying he is. Not saying he isn't. I'm just saying Tommy, you know. I mean, you heard about Havana.
Yeah, well, that's how he lost the album, right?
That is how he lost the album. You know, he was on that plane whenever it crashed.
Yeah, I think that he said that, right?
Actually, technically before it crashed, he parachuted out. And he, you know, maybe he had a chance to take the album with him out of the plane, but, you know, losing everything. That's all Krong is saying.
Wow. Well, Krong, I like to think that we're all my attractions here in the chamber, we're all like one big happy family, but I guess even big happy families kind of sometimes don't always get along, so
I'd say that Krong himself does not recognize Tommy Fellatia as a brother. You know, he's part of the family, but I wouldn't call him my brother. I would take a bullet for him.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Well, Krong, I mean, you still taught us a lot, even though you didn't teach us anything about A Christmas Carol. You had a lot to teach us, so.
Well, you know, the thing about The Christmas Carol is, you get places I go at some point in your life. They'll tell you a lot of weird things, and you gotta interpret from that what you're gonna interpret. I mean, Scrooge very easily could not have given the money or bought the goose, so they say. You know, judging by what Wikipedia told me.
Well, look at you. You're proving to know more about Christmas Carol than you gave yourself credit for. And that is redemption.
I'm going to criticize the whole novel itself and just say that Bob Cratchit should have had a larger role. Maybe Jacob Marley could have been, you know. At first, whenever I was reading the article, I kind of got confused by the way it was written and thought that Jacob Marley was all.
Wow.
Yeah.
The more you know, right?
The more you know.
Wow. Well, Krong.
Well, I'm gonna go get some
crumbs, I
celery sticks,
guess.
So that's all that's left from, you know, Tommy Cruise.
Yeah, well.
No problem.
Thank you, Krong, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to have him back here with us in the chamber, not as an undercover cop. So, well, we're almost we're over halfway through the night, and I think we've all learned a lot about the meaning of Christmas so far. But there is more to come. And of course, more of our feature film this evening, Silent Night, Bloody Night. So, we're going to, get the next segments ready to go. We're going to kind of get, old, Tommy Fellatia's all his prep, because, divas, so we're going to try to get all his prep for his big number, debut performance from the Lost album, Tommy Fellatia's Las Vegas Christmas. But until then, we're going to enjoy a little bit more of Silent Night, Bloody Night. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Bill, someone's calling from Butler House.
Okay, put him on.
Go ahead now.
Mr. Carter?
I'm not Carter.
Who is this?
The honor.
Butler.
I'm worried, Sheriff. Carter's not here.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
I can't. I'm sick. Can you come here?
What is it? What's wrong?
His car's here, but he's gone. Won't you come?
Okay. Now you stay put in that house.
I'll wait for you. Please, hurry. I'm afraid.
Now take it easy. I'm coming.
Mr. Butler, are you done? What's that?
Tess, I want to see you again.
Hello? Who is this?
You know me, Tess. It's Mary Ann. Tell the mayor. Tell them all. I'm waiting in my father's house. Tess, it's so lonesome here. Don't be long.
Hello? 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 Oh, my God, where is everybody?
Hello?
Oh, Maggie, thank goodness.
What is it, Tess?
Something's come up. Something urgent. Can you start?
Oh, I'm watching TV.
Maggie Daly, get yourself over here.
What is it?
Let's get moving, Maggie. Please, hurry. Come in. It's open.
Okay, mister, that's far enough. What do you want here?
Mayor,
Try again. My father's not home. And don't move.
you want me to put my hands up?
No. Just stay there. What are you staring at?
I seem to remember you from the road.
That's why I'm holding a gun. You scare me.
Well, that makes sense.
Thanks.
Does everybody carry one here?
You can ask the sheriff when he gets here. I'll call him.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the sheriff's office is empty.
How do you know?
I was just there.
Who are you?
Jeffrey Butler.
Oh, you're the one who's selling the house.
Yes.
Have you any ID?
Come on.
Don't laugh at me. I want your ID. Some maniac escaped from Margaretville.
Okay.
Put it on the table. Now go back. California license. Lucky you.
Would you like to see my maniac card from the asylum? They give you one when you escape. There's a big scarlet M on it so people won't get confused.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry about the gun. My father's in Wilton getting your money.
All I want to do is to get into my house.
The sheriff's deputy might have a key. He's about the only one I know of.
Well, where's he?
You go down the road about 1.5 miles till you come to a white house with a white fence, and then you can't miss it.
Thanks.
That's okay.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
If I don't call back in an hour... What? Call the mayor or Mr. Tone and nobody else. Promise me you'll do that.
Well, sure.
Mark it down, honey, so you'll have it.
Sheriff to 301. I'm heading west on Route 5 to Butler House. You'll hear from me. What the hell? What's that light out there?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you find the deputy?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh. I was thinking, isn't your lawyer supposed to be at the house?
The door was locked. His car was there, so I borrowed it.
You mean you stole a car?
Yeah. Keeping it warm.
What if he needs it?
Let him find me. Who's coming to dinner?
Oh, Daddy. We always have dinner every Thursday. Do you want something?
No, I ate Paradise Motel.
Yeah, I know. It's awful. What about a drink?
Yeah.
It's cheap bourbon, but that's a big favorite around here. Do you want ice?
No, straight.
You look tired.
I am tired.
Well, here's to a fast dollar.
Cheers.
Why did you decide to sell the house?
Needed the cash.
After all these years?
I need it now.
Huh. What's it like on the inside? You know, I've never seen the inside. When I was a child, my father told me to stay away from it, or something terrible might happen. Sort of like a haunted house.
I haven't seen it either.
You're going to sell it? You've never seen it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too bad. It's about the only place to see around here. Oh, I forgot. Someone keeps calling with a message for my father. She says that she's waiting at your house, in the reception room.
What woman is waiting in my house in the reception room?
Oh, I don't know. It's not a voice that I know.
I better go out there.
Can I come too?
What for?
I'm pushy. I suppose you'll be going back to California soon. California. You said you lived there, remember?
No, I'll be traveling.
Jeff, look. It's the sheriff's car. There's a light. Look at that tombstone. Pretty cheerful.
Who bears the cross shall wear the crown. Wilfred Butler. My grandfather.
Oh.
Someone left their sunglasses in the snow.
They're the sheriff's.
My lawyer's missing. So is the sheriff. You get strange phone calls. And now someone's fascinated by my grandfather's grave.
Let's get out of here.
You still want to go to my house?
Yes. But I don't want to go alone.
Listen.
I'm not nervous.
Well, of course you're not.
Oh, it's the cold. I'm shaking from it. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
We'll get help in town. It's 10 minutes drive.
Night, Mr. Toman. Have a nice holiday.
Deputy's not here, but Toman is.
Who's Toman?
Come on, you'll see. Mr. Toman, wait. No, please, I have to talk to you. I'm sorry. This is Jeffrey Butler. He's the one who's selling the house. He can't get inside the place. And my father's gone to Wilton. So we wondered...
Anything wrong?
He'll tell us. Tess has gone to his house.
Why would she go there?
I don't know. Anyway, she won't get in. You say it's locked. He says she hates the place.
Would you like to drive there? Diana could stay here, lock herself in.
I need a key.
Gentlemen, this isn't my house. It's Tess's.
Well, Tess isn't here. Are you satisfied? She must have gone to my place. Well, why wouldn't she go there? She hates it. Maybe she went to see the woman who's there. Someone called the mayor's house before. Said she'd be waiting. What is it?
Hello, Jeff? Hello? Is anybody there? I'm Diane Adams. I spoke to you before.
Bring your father to the house. This is Marianne. Tell him I have the diary. I'm waiting.
Who are you?
He'll know. Christmas Eve, 1935.
Hello? Hello?
Signal 10, 704 C Charlie. 704, signal 10, 704 C Charlie.
Sheriff, I saw your car. Bill? Is that you?
You're older now. And fatter. But still, Tess. And you're frightened, aren't you? Don't be afraid. I want to help you. Take my hand. Take it, Tess.
The person on the telephone said 1935, Christmas Eve. But that's not the beginning. In 1927, Butler House was restored by Wilfred Butler. After that, I find social notes, parties, nothing special. Then, in 1930, Butler's wife, Catherine, dies of tuberculosis. In August 1933, it starts. Wilfred Butler's daughter is cruelly attacked and raped. Her name is Mary Ann, the same name as the caller who left those messages tonight. She's 15 then. On May 2nd, 1934, Mary Ann Butler gives birth to a son, Jeffrey Butler. Jeff. Early in 1935, Butler House is turned over to a Dr. Robinson as an asylum for mental patients. And then Butler goes on to say that he has committed his own daughter. Mary Ann will live at the asylum. There's no end to this story. It's been carefully cut out of all the papers. Why would Toman do that? You scared me. Oh, what happened?
What happened is, Tess has 40 bird cages. Toman is hysterical. Everybody's at my house but me. It's cold outside and you forgot to lock the door.
Joe, how old are you?
How old am I? You mean, how many years have I lived?
No, there's a lot in the paper about your family.
I don't want to talk about my family.
Wait a minute. There's a woman calling, and she says her name is Mary Ann. That was your mother's name, wasn't it?
My mother died in childbirth. That's when I started traveling.
It's not what the papers say.
What's your point?
I just thought that you should read something for your own good.
Nothing you could tell me about my past or future would be for my own good. Where is the paper?
It's on the table.
It's so stupid to lie. I missed the whole event.
Jeff, maybe your mother's still alive. Maybe she's waiting for you at the house.
I don't know. Come on. No more side trips. Let's go out there.
And we are back. So that was the second part of Silent Night, Bloody Night. And we are, we're settling in here at the chamber. We've learned a lot about the meaning of Christmas and a lot about, the magic and the music and certainly the redemption of Christmas. Krong taught us. And, now, kind of continuing with that last theme, the stories of Christmas, another very iconic Christmas story, of course, The Night Before Christmas. And we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't take a public domain Christmas story and try to add, a Scream Stream spin to it. And of course, that's what our very own Evan Sink has done. Obviously, he could not be here with us in the studio tonight. He's on his sabbatical. So, and that's what he calls it. So that's all credit Evan for coming up with a sabbatical. But Evan's, that's, as far as I know, everything's going well. And, he was sad not to be here, but he made this special little presentation, which I think you guys are gonna like, and then maybe we'll get a little update from Revealio afterwards. See how he's doing in the cave, if he's moved that rock at all. Revealio. We'll see. So we're gonna send it over to Evan in an animated form. Not quite Evan as you normally know him, but this is the Evan that you're gonna get tonight. So enjoy this special presentation, and when we come back, we'll continue on through the chamber.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a fine Friday the 13th. I'm sorry I can't be there in person. I put together a little something that I wanted to share with everybody. It's a quiet, it's a reflective time of year, and that's been on my mind when I put this together. It's something that I'm sure everyone is going to know immediately, but it's got our own little twist on it. So sit back and I hope you enjoy. 'Twas the night before Solstice, and all through the streams, not a creature was lurking in the moon's silver beams. The beakers were bubbling in the mad doctor's lab, while the monster was dreaming, asleep on his slab. The wolfman was nestled with his cubs in their den, all thinking of when their next hunt would begin. The Demeters departed, the counts gone away, to see Auntie Carmilla for a Schloss holiday. The coven had gathered for their covered dish luncheon. Gingerbread seemed sweeter with a kid in the oven. The mulled wine was glowing, the schlock tales were mixed, and now on one thing were all waking eyes fixed. The graveyard was silent, every ghoul in its tomb saw an Autolite ad or a Felix cartoon. Then appeared on the screen some kindly old souls, to preserve and to share were their noblest of goals. Let us be your guides, was their humble refrain. We'll all take a trip to the public domain. So off like a flash, the show had begun. And before you knew it, the party's all done, with pages of fun facts, all spoken by Spake. While Evan's head is nodding, he can't stay awake. Is it midnight already? It always flies by. Who says that learning can't be a good time? One final thought ere they vanish into night. Sweet screams to all, and to all a good fright. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
And I guess while we're at it, we've got a little time to kill here. We might as well go ahead and check back in with Revealio and see how he's doing with his magic trick. He was supposed to show us the spectacle of Christmas. and he was supposed to, mimicking one of the great tricks of Jesus Christ, supposed to move this boulder with his mind. But last we left Revealio, he was talking a big game, but we're going back to him now in the cave. And Revealio, how are things going in there?
Really, really hot. Are we back on?
Yes, you're live with us, Revealio.
Revealio is still doing it, still moving the boulder.
We're watching the live feed right now, Revealio. I mean,
Do you see how it has moved?
I mean, I'd have to get in there with a ruler to tell if it had moved, Revealio. I can't see anything from this angle.
That's right, and prepare to bow down to your ruler, Revealio.
I'm sorry, you're over here comparing yourself to Jesus Christ on our Christmas special. You're like, look at me, I can move a boulder with my mind just like Jesus. I can rule everybody just like Jesus. And I haven't seen one shred of evidence, Revealio. And again, how much money are we spending on all this?
Revealio can make a boulder so big that he can pick it up.
Well, so now you're gonna pick it up?
I think it's a pretty big boulder. I think it would still be pretty impressive if I just pushed it out of the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, I didn't know that you hit the gym like that, Revealio. I mean...
It looks like Revealio knows all, and Spakenstein knows nothing.
Wow, way to zing me on my own Christmas special, Revealio. You really know how to hit a man when he's down, and you haven't even done anything that you've promised tonight. I don't even know why we keep you on the payroll, to be honest. I mean, what can you do some kind of magic for us before we leave you tonight? Is there some kind of trick that you can pull off while you're in that cave?
If it wasn't enough that Revealio will move the boulder, he will simultaneously bring his assistant back to life.
Wait.
And he will turn this condensation on the cave wall into wine.
What? Okay. Now it sounds like you're just cribbing all your tricks from Jesus, Revealio. You really expect us to believe that you brought somebody back from the dead?
Yep. Sure did it.
Well, what are we gonna do? We got to take Revealio's word for it. We'll keep an eye on the live feed. We'll maybe at the end we'll see how much you move the boulder, Revealio. Maybe we'll try to get some medics out there, some firefighters, some kind of rescue team. Really don't want to even imagine how much that's gonna cost. But the price we pay for spectacle. I think that's what Revealio has taught us this Christmas. So, thanks, Revealio. Good luck in the cave, buddy.
Revealio doesn't need luck.
Well, there you have it. We'll leave Revealio to it. Until next time, Revealio. Love Revealio, but we got to move on. So we are now moving on through the chamber to, a kind of a different, kind of the more familiar faces of Christmas. We've talked about everything, kind of, haven't we? We've We've talked about the magic of Christmas. We've talked about the music and the spectacle and the redemption and the charity and, you know, who could forget the Invisible Man? And, you know, obviously the stories. And so, but you can't talk about Christmas without talking about the two big kahunas of Christmas. This, like, you want to know about the spirit of Christmas, it's these two guys. And they're like an odd couple, you know, they couldn't be more similar and more different at the same time, right? That is, of course, Santa Claus and, you know, and Jesus. And so thankfully we've got a very special friend here at the chamber who's going to kind of fill us in and do a little special presentation on both. So we're going to go ahead and welcome our very good friend Bolts. So the last time Bolts was here, he wasn't, you know, showing up all the way because obviously we'd be lying if we didn't say that we were using a green screen. But now look at him, he's green and he's gorgeous, and look at he's dressed up as Santa. What are you? So you're this is perfect for Christmas. I mean, what are you're all about Christmas, I guess, huh?
I am. I mean, in many ways, I'm kind of related to Christmas.
What are I mean, look at you here. Usually, you know, when you dress up as Santa, it's like, all right, I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna swoop in and I'm gonna be the one to be the Santa and make everybody's day better. So do you feel like you're swooping in here? You're the hero of the stream. Are you saving the stream?
I mean, in a lot of ways, you know, I am the savior. I'm brought here to, you know, absolve the sins and keep things going, you know. So you look at the story of Jesus, you know, birth, life, death, rebirth, and in a lot of ways I can relate to that because I was reborn.
Wait, so you're much more well, I mean, I love the Santa vibe, but you're more focused on the Jesus thing. I mean, I guess you were I could see that. You're both first sons of unnatural kind of creation, right?
Well, I mean, you call it mechanical. I wouldn't call it unnatural because, you know, we found our way to it. It wasn't like it was something we couldn't have found. Unnatural is a wide definition, but, you know, I was, in a way, a God brought me back to life, and
wow,
and, you know, brought me back to do good things.
Those are high thoughts of your creator, huh? A God?
Father God, you know, whatever you want to call him, goes by many names.
I guess so. I mean, well, you know, what is it like, you know, kind of living with a Father God? You know, you and Jesus, I guess, both kind of shared that. Do you feel like it was a chip on your? Do you think for Jesus it was a chip on his shoulder?
No, I love that. I learn new things every day.
Wow. Okay, that's high praise.
Very great guy, and you know, I'm the son of a God in a way. I mean, you wield that kind of power, I guess you are a God.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, that's what they say about Jesus, right? He's got, now you don't have the same magical, but you can't turn water into wine like Jesus or Revealio, but.
Well, let's just say I can find wine fairly quickly. I mean, I go in the village, everybody loves me in the village.
Oh, they do? So things have changed. The village has gotten more tolerable, huh?
Bolt saves the village. Bolt saves Christmas.
Wait, Bolt saves Christmas?
Bolt saves Christmas, yes. That is probably, I think, the third book in the series.
In the Frankenstein series?
In the Bolt series, written by Mary Shelley.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bolts. I know you don't like me to refer to it as...
I like to be referred to as the original name written by the original.
I mean, I can appreciate that.
The published version was an abridged version partially written by Percy Shelley.
Right. So I've never read any of Bolt Saves Christmas. Do you have like a kind of like a synopsis or something that you can give me?
Well, takes place in Castle Frankenstein, where Frankenstein is figuring out what am I going to do next scientifically that's also festive. And at the same time, his wife is kidnapped. And so it's up to Bolt to not only rescue his wife, but to also, so to speak, bring Christmas cheer to a town that is sad. So in a way, Bolt saves Christmas.
Wow.
Can't reveal
Okay.
a lot.
I can get behind that. I mean, I would love. Do you have a copy on you? Maybe this is the time of year. Like, do you give out signed copies? Because I'd really.
Can't really afford to.
What do you mean you can't afford to?
You have to pay for it.
What?
You have to pay for a copy of the movie. I gotta turn a profit.
Well, that's a little disappointing. I mean, we're friends, right? Can't you cut me like it's Christmas
For a
time?
discount.
Well, yeah. What is that?
Hmm.
What's that look like?
$19.99.
I mean, those are like VHS prices still, but I guess that's reasonable. So, I mean, okay, so you're still, you talked a lot about Jesus, you talked a lot about Bolt, but like, what's your, you've told us more about your connection to Jesus. What's your connection to Santa Claus? What's the...
Well, in a town without cheer, what does Santa bring? He brings cheer, and that's what Bolt has to do, but I can't reveal anything, according to my publisher.
Really?
Really, really.
Well, it's kind of, not exactly what I was expecting. I mean, I appreciate that you're, the pageantry is there 100%. I mean, you're a man who knows pageantry, and I mean, hey, I love the imagery. You dressed up as the fat man, all jolly, and it's
I'm not fat.
well, no, I would say that it's a baggy suit. You're certainly not filling that out. So I mean, I gotta say, I'm thinking that as Santa, did you bring us? Because the other thing Christmas is about, what's the meaning of Christmas? Obviously, it's about the gifts, right? So, like, did you bring us any gifts? Do you have any?
Where's your wonderment of miracle? I was born again. You don't need any more gifts than that.
You were born again.
I was born again.
That's actually a great point. So I guess, but Christmas, the kind of, we haven't touched on it, but it's a commercial time of year, the commercialism. So do you have a tangible, yes, to be in your presence is an immaculate experience, but do you have any kind of like, get like a wrapped gift or something that we could...
What do we have in this bag here? Have some sort of beer toy, it looks like. You can do different things. Throw his arms around, make him catch, make him sit, and make him do a lot of other things.
Whoa, I didn't know that's, wow, okay. A Christmas tree skirt?
I guess for a dainty tree. That's the kind of tree Bolts would have. And I dropped a candy cane. And, there's one more thing I did drop. A set of headphones.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's kind of like classic Christmas, it's kind of like slightly underwhelming, but you're happy to get anything at all. So,
You're not always going to get what you want. It's a cruel world.
Well, if anybody knows that, that's you. I mean, we want to
I
talk.
got what I wanted.
You
I saved Christmas.
That's all you wanted?
I am the son of God.
So you're happy where you're at, is what you're saying.
I am.
Well, you I can tell by the look on your face, you look like the happiest person on earth. So, we're really happy that you could be here with us tonight. It's a special time of year. Again, I like to say we're like a family, and you're the glue that holds this family together. Who else is going to dress up as Santa on Christmas? Who's going to sacrifice yourself for all of our sins, right? That's what Christmas is all about.
That is true.
Wow. Well, anything before you ride off into the night to distribute more presents or
I don't know,
gifts?
That's a little weird. Let me go see what Tommy's up to.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Tommy. Tommy's got a big performance coming up after the show, or after the conclusion of the film Silent Night, Bloody Night. We've, of course, got the last third of the movie, and then we're going to be ending off the Scream Stream Christmas with the grand finale, Tommy Fellatia's performance of his Lost Christmas classic. So we're waiting in anticipation, but I'm told that maybe he's kind of not feeling too well. He kind of the gooseberry pie kind of sat out a little longer than it should have. That's not my fault, but it's what we're dealing with right now. So hopefully he can just go yak it up and be good. I mean, we got to deliver on this finale. So I really need Tommy to just kind of push that bug down and get out here, and because he's been building up this performance, but he's been eating pie, and I haven't seen him drinking, but I've told he's been drinking. He's always been smoking his cigarettes. I don't really know. I don't try not to. I really ask questions of the talent. I'll let them, kind of do their thing. So I'm hoping that he is ready for performance time, because I can't do the finale performance. I won't do the finale performance. So we're hoping that Tommy is feeling better, and we'll throw that gooseberry pie out. So we're gonna see the exciting conclusion of Silent Night, Bloody Night, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting finale of the Scream Stream Christmas. So stick around. We'll be right back.
It's empty.
Jeff, look!
Oh my God!
Stay back!
It's Toman!
Stay back!
He's dead. His hands. Somebody cut off his hands.
You killed him. You killed Tolman.
He's asking for help.
You killed him.
Get in the car.
Butler House.
The keys. He took them.
Yes, what?
This is Marianne Butler. I'm calling from my house. Won't you come over here, Mr. Mayor? We're having a reunion. Everyone's here, even your daughter. I write this knowing that no one shall ever see it. Not my beloved daughter, or even my grandson, Jeffrey.
I write for myself in the hope of forgiveness, if that is still possible. And I write for you, Marianne, whose youth and innocence I have destroyed. By 1935, the doctors had treated my daughter for a year. I had believed they could cure her. The child, Jeffrey, was taken from us and sent to California. I turned my house into an asylum. I brought doctors to live there. I welcomed other patients. Useless. All of it. I remembered what she had been. There was never a lovelier, happier child.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet, please. I propose a toast. Doctor, please.
By Christmas of the first year, I knew that I must act, not for myself, but for my helpless child.
Led him to create this institution. Our friend...
I had no plan. All I knew was that I must take her from these men with their promises, their lies.
Shall we? For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
I knew that they would gorge themselves into a stupor that afternoon. It was their celebration. I expected no less. Since they had come into my house, they had acted as if they owned it. They had behaved like poor relations, half guilty, but finally unable to control their appetites. After dinner, they danced and drank as they usually did. All the time, Robinson would smile and reassure me. They expected me to believe, because I had no choice. Wilfred, trust me. He really believed Marianne would be well. He saw a light. There is a light at the end of a long tunnel.
Believe me. There is a light at the end of a long tunnel.
Stay here, Doctor. I'll get more champagne. He was ready. I knew it. Drunk and fat and full of his own importance. I left then. my cruelty to Marianne was inhuman. I know that. I had loved her. I had fathered our child, Jeffrey. I had brought her to this. But I swear that on that afternoon, all I wanted was to save my child. My hope was to get her away from that house. But also, I wanted to set free those other wretches who had so long been abused by the doctors. I knew what they might do if these inmates were freed. And this is my guilt. I knew, and still, I freed them. After the inmates started for the house, I went to get our car to take Marianne away. I do not know exactly when she slipped away
Hey,
from
Spakenstein. Put on your suit. Put on your suit.
I assume that when they saw her in the dining room,
No, put on
the inmates believed her to
Not
be
the tacky
part
ones.
of that household which they hated. And so,
Go put on your suit.
they killed her. Later, there was a celebration. And then most of the inmates fled. I don't know where. I shall never forget what they did to my child. Since that Christmas, I have lived in prisons and asylums,
I
lived anonymously
have never been better.
as an animal. I have wandered in bitterness until all seasons have become as one,
Good Chinese herbal cigarette.
and that is a season of vengeance.
Well, I'm gonna put my. I do insist. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Jeff. Jeff.
Wilfred Butler is still alive. This is still his house.
Your grandfather died in 1950. He was burned to death in this house.
My grandfather poured gasoline over a squatter he found here. The town wanted to believe he was dead. They still do. This house was an asylum. There was a massacre by the inmates. Tess, Toman, the sheriff. Your father.
No.
All inmates. They killed my mother in this room.
Who's that? Who's there?
Oh, no. No. God, no. Daddy? Daddy?
Diane?
Jeff? Jeff? No. No. Jeff, why? Why?
Marianne. Don't run away. Don't. I'm your father. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Please. It's all right. I won't hurt you. I need you. I want to see you. I waited for you.
I spent that night weeping. By morning, there were no more tears. I know that my father and Jeffrey both thought they were shooting at killers, but they were simply the last victims in that house of victims. And now, a year later, they will tear down Wilfred Butler's monument. But they can never destroy my memories of what happened here.
And we are back. So that was the exciting conclusion of Silent Night, Bloody Night, and we're as you can see, there's a lot going on behind the scenes because we're preparing for the big finale. And as you can see, I even at the urging of our show-stopping performer, I was asked to change. And he didn't realize he gave me the better suit because this one lights up. So I don't think Tommy's does, but so it was to my advantage. I was fine with what I had. If I would have thought of it, I would have put the cape on top of this.
It's not my fault.
Very pro.
I didn't make you that ugly.
Hold on, I'm sorry. What? I'm very pro cape. What's
say that again. Say that again.
Okay. Wait. I'm sorry. We have Tommy. We hold on.
I was still with this poser.
Wait. I've got to I'm sorry. We haven't even begun yet. I've got to get Are you okay? I know that pie was
the song.
No, we haven't started yet. I haven't even gotten.
I got that.
Look, we've got the band here. So as you can see, here they are. There's the band. Look at them. They're playing.
They're what? Okay.
They're not playing your song yet. They're not ready.
Without me.
You haven't. No, they haven't started yet, Tommy. You just haven't given them any time. Just wait a second.
I think they're deliberately playing quietly just to mess with me.
No,
they're conspiring against me.
It takes more to prepare this stuff.
Right.
Okay. You need the Santa for your performance. I don't know if there's a way to make friends with him before we finish this off.
With him? God no.
Well, okay. So hold on.
I'm friends with a cat like that.
Well, Tommy. Okay, hold on. I need to interject here before. Are you sure you're okay to perform your song?
I am perfect.
Because I just was in the green room and I started to get worried about the gooseberries because people started saying that the gooseberries weren't gooseberries. And I told you earlier I picked them myself, but that was a lie.
What do you mean
I had a production assistant picked those. And we have them here. These are not gooseberries. These are
those poinsettias?
They are poinsettias and Christmas perennial, but I don't think you're supposed to use the berries in cooking. I think there's like a poison.
Never mind. Let's do the song. Hang on.
Okay, hold on. Well, let's get the band.
Tell the band to get it together. I'm ready to.
Okay, they're
not important about the poinsettias. I'm allergic, whatever.
All right. Well, hold on. We're gonna cue you up and.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay, the band has found they've printed off some new music sheets. They had enough time. So here we go. Oh my God, Tommy!
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Tommy, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Tommy, are you
I'm okay.
Tommy. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's not okay.
It's not the eggnog.
It's not the eggnog. It was the gooseberries. Oh my God. We need a medic in here. Stat. Can somebody? Tommy. Oh, he's passed out. I think he might be alcohol poisoned. Can we get something in here? Can we at least get you guys to... I need help. This man, I'm pretty sure he's dying. Okay, he's dying. I need help. No. What are we... Oh my God. And we are back. I'm popping back in after the unfortunate tragedy of Tommy Fellatia's passing to bring you some well, not passing. They've taken him to the hospital. We don't know, his condition's uncertain at this point. We do have word on Revealio, and that is also not good. Despite what he was trying to tell me on the phone, I could tell that the EMS workers were taking him to the hospital, but he was obviously refusing to recognize that he was in pain. So it was definitely a Scream Stream Christmas special. So we appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. Of course, the gang, the Scream Streamers, Kathy, Alana, Sears. Also some new chatters tonight. Autumn in the house, and everybody else that tuned in. We really appreciate it.